fingers trace the rough edge of the window frame, feeling the coolness of aged wood against her skin as she stands barefoot on the wide, planked floor. Daylight filters through the leaded glass, casting delicate patterns on the floor that dance like whispers in the quiet air. The scent of old wood mingles with the faint notes of dried lavender in the corner, a faithful companion to her morning ritual. With her long, dark brown hair pulled back in a loose braid, she inhales deeply, savoring the stillness of the sanctuary that wraps around her like a warm embrace. The heavy oak beams overhead hold stories of the past, each imperfection a testament to time, inviting her to linger longer in this piece of tranquil solitude. The worn wooden floor creaks lightly as she steps away from the window, her toes curling against the cool surface with each deliberate movement. She pads softly toward the small, heavy table positioned against the wall, where a vase of dried lavender stands sentinel. Her fingertips brush over the cool, smooth stone of the table's surface, a tactile memory of generations. With a gentle tug, she lifts the vase, inhaling the mingled scents of earth and sun. The light catches the fine lines on her face, illuminating the calm expression in her dark green eyes as she reflects on her quiet life here on Lantern Court. Outside, the sound of distant footsteps echoes, a reminder of the lively world beyond her serene sanctuary. But she remains anchored in this moment of bliss. With the vase cradled securely in her arms, she steps back to the window, allowing herself to be embraced by the gentle breeze that wafts through the panes. The softness of her cashmere sweater contrasts against the crisp air, sending a playful chill up her spine. She positions the vase on the windowsill, letting it catch the sunlight pouring through the glass, which transforms the dried lavender into a vibrant bouquet of golden hues. Her high cheekbones catch the light, emphasizing her serene demeanor as she looks out, watching the quiet motion of the cobblestone street. Each moment feels stretched, woven with the fabric of her thoughts, an unfolding narrative interlaced with the world outside, yet untouched by its pace. Bare feet whisper against the worn wooden floorboards, Ilara moving with the care of a ghost. Each step reveals the history of the house, the creaks and sighs resonating softly with the life she leads within these walls. Her fingers glide along the rough plaster, tracing the undulating landscape of its surface, each ridge and valley a testament to time. The coolness of the texture sends a spark of energy through her fingertips, grounding her amid the stillness. She pauses, inhaling deeply. The night air is rich with the scent of wood and dust, mingling with a hint of lavender that lingers from her last moment of serenity here. The house settles gently around her, an old friend whispering secrets of days gone by, inviting her to glide deeper into its embrace. The shadows around her growing calmer in response to her unhurried presence. Slowing her pace, Ilara arrives at the front door, adorned with an intricate pattern worn by the gentle insistence of time. The cool metal of the knob feels foreign yet familiar, a threshold between the comfort of her home and the vast quietude beyond. She turns the knob with deliberate ease, feeling its smooth surface glide beneath her palm, the last barrier to the world outside. A soft creak breaks the spell as the door swings open, revealing a night draped in darkness, with a sliver of moonlight spilling gently over the wooden threshold. It dances on the floorboards, embracing her feet as if inviting her into the wild stillness. She stands for a moment, wrapped in the edges of the soft night air that carries the earthy scent of impending rain, grounding her in both worlds, the warmth of home and the call of the unknown awaiting her on the other side. Stepping out, Ilara breathes in the crisp air, invigorated by the night. The soft touch of the cool earth beneath her feet contrasts with the warm wood she left behind. Her eyes, calm and dark green, scan the vast expanse of night. The sky is a cavernous blue, dotted with stars like scattered diamonds. Each inhalation fills her with the smell of damp earth and lush grass, an embrace of nature that beckons her forward. The darkness wraps around her, a gentle cocoon where the world feels suspended, untouched. With a small step, she ventures onto the dew-kissed grass, her heart swelling with the rhythm of the silent night. She feels alive here, free amid the vastness, as if the universe holds her in its breath, inviting her to partake in its quiet symphony, one step leading to another in a graceful dance with the shadows around her. Her fingers brush over the ornate iron latch, feeling its coldness amidst the warmth of her touch. With a soft, metallic click, she pushes the heavy wooden door open, revealing a world shrouded in night. The cool night air floods around her, carrying scents of damp stone and rain, an invigorating contrast that sharpens her senses. She stands framed in the doorway, the flickering glow of candlelight spilling from the house behind her. As she steps over the worn stone threshold, her bare feet touch the uneven cobblestones that dominate the narrow street. Each stone, smooth yet weathered, greets her with a gentle sting, awakening her skin to the reality of the night. She glances back at the threshold, feeling a momentary weight of comfort slip away as the door closes with a resonant thud, sealing away the warmth and stillness of her sanctuary. The street stretches before her, lined with weathered brick walls rising like guardians against the enveloping darkness. Each step sends a shiver through her bare feet, the cobblestones rough and uneven beneath her. She pauses under the dim glow of a flickering street lamp, which casts flickering shadows against the brick facades. Her dark brown hair sways gently as she turns her head, taking in the tranquility of the night, a soft sigh escaping her lips. In this stillness, she feels the isolation of the world sharpen, the air thick with the scent of rain-soaked earth and the whisper of distant thunder rumbling. steady yet far away. The city seems to hold its breath, cradling the moment before a storm, a delicate tension lingering just beyond her calm expression. Continuing down the quiet street, she adjusts her stride, letting the cool air envelop her while the weight of the night settles over her shoulders. The stillness is profound, broken only by the soft echo of her footsteps mingling with the distant rumble of thunder. She glances up, eyes scanning the star-speckled expanse of sky, and notices the swift approach of clouds, heavy and laden with rain. With each step, she takes in the texture of the surroundings, the coarse brick walls, the damp-hugged stones beneath her. The world breathes around her, vibrant with the promise of rain, and she inhales deeply, letting the cool air cleanse her thoughts. The transition from warmth to night feels complete, a gentle acceptance that leads her deeper into the embrace of this quiet landscape, where the enormity of the world feels intimately close. Ilara lets her bare feet glide over the cool, smooth crowns of the cobblestones, each step sinking softly into the ancient stones that have borne witness to countless passers-by. The street narrows between two rows of weathered houses, their eaves inclined inward like curious neighbors sharing whispered secrets. Shadows from the ivy-cloaked walls stretch and curl, twisting playfully in the calm night air. The gentle brush of her linen trousers against her skin is the only sound that accompanies her as she moves, a quiet testament to her solitude and the night's serenity. Ahead lies a soft point of light at the end of the lane, flickering gently like a heartbeat. It radiates a constant, honey-colored glow, inviting yet non-intrusive, promising warmth and peace as it casts a tender halo around the edges of the looming darkness. With every passing moment, the light grows closer, its golden hue illuminating details once cloaked in shadow. Ilara's heart echoes the light's promissory promise, sending ripples of ease through her limbs. She pauses for a heartbeat, her high cheekbones glinting in the soft glow, the dark braid of her hair falling gracefully over her shoulder like a cascading waterfall. The air carries an earthy scent, a reminder of the moist garden beds that line the way, their mingling aromas of fresh green leaves and damp soil wrapping around her like a cherished embrace. A sense of calm envelops her as she widens her strides, the ground beneath her feet feeling like cool silk against her skin. Each movement is deliberate, mindful, as if she exists in a timeless moment where nothing else matters but that glow of tranquility ahead. As she approaches the beacon, the light reveals itself to be emanating from a delicate lantern perched atop a stone pedestal, its flame flickering with a serene zeal. Ilara's green eyes widen slightly, reflecting the warmth it casts toward her. She can feel the weight of the night dissipate, replaced by a whisper of hope that dances like the shadows on the cobblestones. Her fingers reach out instinctively, brushing the pedestal's rough surface as if to anchor herself in this moment of sublime tranquility. Here, In this singular space carved from darkness, time stretches infinitely, and she finally allows herself to be enveloped by the peacefulness that the light promises. Breathing deeply, her chest rises with the stillness around her, leaving behind the worldly burdens in exchange for this serene sanctuary. She approaches the archway, its ancient stones cool and damp beneath her fingertips as she brushes them lightly. The air thickens with anticipation. Each breath draws in the subtle sweetness of aged wood and ivy clinging hungrily to the brick. As she steps just beyond the threshold, the golden glow from the hanging lantern bathes her in warmth, contrasting with the chill of the evening's approach. Shadows dance playfully across the cobblestones at her feet, the surfaces uneven yet solid beneath her bare soles. The transformation is palpable. The world outside fades as a hushed reverence envelops the courtyard. Sounds that had been akin to distant waves now feel like whispers between old friends. And she smiles softly, the serenity settling like a comforting blanket around her shoulders. The cobbles press coolly against her skin, grounding her in this moment of peace. Within the courtyard's protective embrace, she allows her gaze to wander, drinking in the intricate mosaic of light and shadow that the lantern casts. The cobblestones, damp from the earlier rain, glisten like polished gems, reflecting her stillness back at her. Tall brick walls cradle the space, their surfaces adorned with lush green ivy that seems to sigh with age and wisdom. She draws in another breath, savoring the richer air, noticing how each inhale entwines with a sense of belonging, as if the courtyard has been waiting just for her. With each deliberate step forward, her linen trousers whisper against her legs, the fabric cool and slightly textured, a gentle reminder of her physical presence. The tranquil vibrations of the courtyard resonate through her, pulsing softly beneath the serene surface, inviting her deeper into its embrace. Settling onto one of the sturdy, time-worn benches, she closes her eyes briefly, surrendering to the moment. The rough-hewn wood creaks softly under her weight, a familiar sound that intertwines with the whispers of the courtyard. A gentle breeze stirs, carrying with it the faint scent of jasmine and damp earth, a fragrant reminder of the night's quiet mystery. As she opens her eyes, her dark green gaze mills over the flickering light of the lantern, captivated by the way it dances among the shadows, transforming the space into a living painting. Her heart beats slower here, unfurling with each pulse. She allows herself to feel the weight of the world fall away, if only for a little while. Lifting her hand, she traces a hesitant path through the air, the coolness brushing her skin as her thoughts drift like the evening clouds, blissfully unbound. Ilara steps inside the court, her bare feet brushing against the cool, smooth surface of the flagstones. The rich, earthy scent of moss mingles with a hint of dampness clinging to the ancient brick walls. Each movement she makes resonates softly in the silence, as if the space itself were a sentient being, cradling her presence. The gas lantern above casts a warm, steady glow, illuminating discrete patches, clusters of green trailing moss and delicate trails left by snails that creep silently along the wall. She feels the textures around her, her fingers grazing the rough surfaces of the bricks, tracing their history as she takes a deep, calming breath. This place seems to absorb her worries, allowing only the presence of the low hum from the lantern to echo in the stillness. Eyes scanning the walls, Ilara notices the shadows interplay with the light. They dance softly, transforming the contours of the brick. Each flicker brings new life to the moss, which appears almost alive under the lantern's glow. She lets out a gentle sigh, the sound smooth yet resonant, like a whisper meant only for this space. Gradually, she ventures deeper, feeling the cool stone beneath her feet transport her thoughts away from the chaos of the world outside. The air is still and carries an unspoken weight, as if imbued with the dreams and secrets of those who have wandered here before. Ilara closes her eyes for a moment, allowing the sanctuary to envelop her, her mind drifting, yet focused on the soothing hum surrounding her, drawing her deeper into this timeless refuge. Opening her eyes, Ilara pauses at the center of the court, arms gently at her sides, feeling the temperature shift slightly as the evening coolness seeps into the stones. The world outside feels like a distant memory, its sounds muffled, leaving only the gentle pulse of the lantern's glow as her anchor. She takes a slow step forward, her toes curling instinctively to assess the flat stone beneath, a connecting thread between her to this quiet realm. The serenity here mounts with each breath, as her heart beats in rhythm with the whispering echoes around her. With each breath, she sinks deeper into the atmosphere, her worries dissipating like mist in dawn's light. She smiles softly to herself, accepting the court's embrace as a silent vow to keep this moment etched in her memory, unmarred by the outside world. A warm glow spills from the lantern, wrapping Ilara in a gentle embrace. She stands still, the soft fabric of her gray cashmere sweater brushing against her skin, inviting comfort as she tilts her head, eyes focused on the delicate ballet of pale moths. Their wings shimmer in the light, resembling bits of dusty velvet that catch the warm hue, casting fleeting shadows across the time-worn brick beneath her bare feet. Each subtle shift of their flight creates a minuscule ripple in the otherwise stagnant air, drawing her further into this quiet moment. A singular dust mote darts through the beam, twinkling as it dances in the glow, highlighting the myriad of possibilities within its tiny world. In this stillness, Ilara's breath deepens, aligning with the unhurried rhythm of the night, as if they share a secret only the shadows could tell. The dance of the moths sends ripples of tranquility through Elara as she remains anchored in her spot. The serene glow transforms the surroundings into an earthly paradise. The quiet is palpable, interrupted only by the soft flutter of wings. She watches as one moth, bolder than the rest, flutters closer, brushing against the glass with a faint whisper-like thud that sends an arrow of delighted curiosity through her. The shadows cast by the flickering lantern imitate the soft curves and lines of the old brickwork, each shifting moment telling stories of time and change. Elara's mind quiets, thoughts entwined like the light and dark that dance before her. Breathing slowly, she feels the floor beneath her bare feet, each cool brick grounding her in the present, a point of stillness amidst this enchanting chaos. Time stretches within this moment of profound stillness, so that Elara becomes aware of each breath a gentle ebb and flow, like tides against the shore of her consciousness. The moths continue their intricate choreographed dance, now lingering around the lantern's flicker, their bodies mere whispers against the backdrop of the night. Dark green eyes, serene and reflective, scan the space, absorbing the details, the texture of the aged bricks, the way the glowing light caresses her skin, making her feel both vulnerable and profoundly connected to the world around her. With each blink, her lashes catch the light, a soft flutter that harmonizes with the hushed symphony of the night. Each inhalation fills her with gratitude for this fleeting beauty, this ephemeral moment suspended in time, where the chaos of life outside fades away, tranquil as her heart settles into silence. Elara settles onto the low stone ledge, the damp coolness of the surface pressing against her bare feet, awakening a gentle shiver that dances up her spine. The stone is marked with tiny grooves from countless seasons of rain, each one a story etched into its surface. She pulls the soft cashmere of her grey sweater tighter around her shoulders, feeling the comforting weight of the fabric as she leans back against the rough-hewn brick wall. The evening light filters through the gaps in the surrounding rooftops, casting honeyed tones that play across her fair skin and reflect in her dark green eyes. Above, the patch of sky glimmers with the last remnants of daylight, deep indigo mingling with lingering hues of orange, creating a canvas of peaceful transition. In this moment, she feels the city breathe with her, each exhale of the building's history wrapping around her like a second skin. Warmth from the fading sun clings to her skin, and the textures around her pulse with life beneath her fingers. Elara reaches out to touch the uneven surface of the wall, tracing the contours and fissures. The coolness of the stone a stark contrast to the warmth lingering from the day. The air is rich with the scent of damp earth, infused with hints of blooming flora from nearby gardens, a reminder of the season's embrace. As the soft breeze caresses her hair, she feels herself merging with the quiet symphony of the courtyard, the whisper of leaves, the distant murmur of the street beyond. Here, in this cocoon of stone and time, she is no longer a visitor but an integral part of the landscape, her essence entwined with the pulse of the world around her. The chill of twilight begins to creep in, cradling her in an intimate embrace. As the last light fades, the courtyard falls into a stillness that envelops Elara like a shroud. She closes her eyes, letting the cool air fill her lungs as she attunes her senses to the world around her. The sounds of the evening, a distant car horn, the chirping of crickets, create a soothing melody that cradles her thoughts. With a subtle shift, she leans her head back against the wall, allowing herself to relax completely, surrendering to the comforting roughness of the brick. Time blurs. Each tick of the clock seems muted, as if the universe has conspired to suspend this moment just for her. The indigo sky deepens, dotted with emerging stars, and within this serene expanse, Elara finds solace. The boundaries between her and the courtyard dissolve, each breath she takes merging with the quiet sighs of the night. Cool air brushes against her face as she sinks deeper into her surroundings. The cool, uneven stone pressing against her bare soles. The gas mantle lamp flickers gently, its low hum vibrating through the walls that cradle her. She imagines the glow, warm and amber, casting soft shadows that play across the ancient brick. The rough texture of the wall scrapes lightly against her back, anchoring her to this earthy space. Moss, damp from the lingering humidity, fills her nostrils with a scent that is both fresh and ancient, reminding her of forgotten places. Every breath draws in the chill while her body melts into the ledge, securing her in the present moment, where time becomes an irrelevant notion. In this serene pause, she allows the slow pulse of existence to resonate through her body, grounding her in the peace that envelops her like a warm blanket. The gentle vibration of the gas mantle fills the air with an almost tangible rhythm, lulling her into a sweet, meditative state. Eyes still closed, she allows her fingers to brush lightly against the brick surface, feeling the coolness seep into her skin, the imperfections telling stories of age and resilience. Each bump and crack speaks to her, inviting her to forget the outside world. Her heart rate slows, syncing with the soft pulses of light from the lantern. The scents around her swirl, mingling the earthy dampness with an unnameable sweetness, as if the stone itself is breathing the essence of the forest within. The weight of her body settles further, muscles unwinding almost imperceptibly, surrendering to the immovable support of the ancient architecture, as she luxuriates in the stillness of the moment, transforming silence into an intimate companion. The hum of the gas mantle becomes a lullaby, coaxing her into profound relaxation. Her thoughts drift like clouds, evaporating under the warmth of her tranquil sanctuary. She becomes acutely aware of the air, lightly chilling her skin while exuding the earthy scent of dampness and moss. Wrapped in this cocoon of sensations, she surrenders further, allowing her head to lean against the cool rock. Each breath a gentle ebb and flow. The weight of her body melds with the essence of the stone. And for this fleeting moment, she feels the whisper of time itself. This quietude wraps around her like fog, softening the edges of reality. The interplay of her serene expression, the cool air, and the droning lantern creates a palpable warmth within, a serenade to stillness. As she realizes that in her surrender, she has found a home within herself, cradled gently by the shadows of ancient history. Indistinct whispers of the evening breeze curl around her, intertwining with the soft, golden light that spills across the cobblestones of Lantern Court. Ilara's bare feet, cool against the slightly damp stone, find a delicate perch that connects her to the earth below. Her braided hair sways ever so gently, cascading like the shadows that dance along the ancient walls. The lanterns, each glowing with a drowsy warmth, flicker like distant stars at rest. She focuses on her breath, the inhalations and exhalations building a rhythm that harmonizes with the pulsating glow of her surroundings. Gradually, she releases her thoughts, surrendering to the calming embrace of the court, where each stone, weathered and wise, seems to cradle her in a cocoon of safety, disappearing like the last traces of a fading sunset. The serenity of the courtyard wraps around her like a cherished memory, cradling her spirit in a womb of silence. Ilara sways ever so slightly, feeling the pull of the night as it thickens around her, drawing her deeper into its tender embrace. Her fingers trail along the cool, textured stone of a nearby wall, the rough surface grounding her presence within this ethereal moment. She stands there, attuned to the soft rustle of leaves, each a lullaby urging her to slip into the welcoming arms of sleep. The lanterns respond to her tranquility, brightening in a subtle dance, casting intricate patterns that weave shadows across her body and into the depths of the night. Each breath she takes feels like a silent prayer of gratitude, honoring the timeless beauty of the space she occupies, a quiet homestead of memories and dreams. The world around her melts away as Ilara becomes a vessel for stillness, unfurling like a petal in spring. With each steady breath, her consciousness drifts further into the luxurious fabric of the evening, merging with the lingering aromas of blooming jasmine that fill the air with their soft sweetness. She feels the pulse of her heart synchronizing with the quietude enveloping Lantern Court, where dreams reside in the cracks of the stones and sing beneath the silvery stars. Her eyelids grow heavy, the gentle cascade of time lulling her into a profound stillness, a pause where the boundaries between the self and the environment dissolve. Ilara, unhurried and serene, finally yields to the deep and mysterious embrace of sleep. surrendering entirely to the ancient court that welcomes her as part of its ever-flowing legacy of peace.